time, sir. With this, sir, I conclude my remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Sarya. Vijay Reddy.
Thank you, Deputy Vice Chairman, sir. I thank the government for having brought this legislation. Sir, it was Dr. Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy Garu, as Prasanna Acharya ji has pointed out, in 2007, which my friend, colleague Jairam Ramesh ji is fully aware of it, in the composite Andhra Pradesh, a resolution was passed in the assembly and along with West Bengal. West Bengal government also has passed a resolution. And both the state governments, Andhra Pradesh government as well as the West Bengal government, passed the resolutions and sent it to central government for legislating it under Article 252 of the Constitution. Sir, under 252 of the Constitution, which allows the Parliament to make laws on the state subjects which will apply to those states that pass a resolution requiring such law. This is Article 252, sir. Therefore, this is, there is an urgent need for passing this legislation, and in case if opposition wants to make some suggestions, they are welcome to make the suggestions, and there is no need to delay the legislation, and the suggestions that will be given by the opposition may be considered by the government. And select committee, I am not talking about the select committee because I feel that there is an urgency to make the legislation as of now, and because two of the state assemblies have passed the resolution and there are a lot of issues involved there, sir. Sir, this, as I have said, the bill is urgently needed because the National Register of, according to the National Register of Large Dams, there are about 5,745 large dams, and 75% are more than 20 years old. And there are about 220 dams of relatively smaller size, which are 100 years old. In Andhra Pradesh, sir, we have Dhavaleswaram barrage, which was constructed in 1850 and which is 175 years old, and Prakasam barrage, which was constructed in 1855, which is about 165 years old, and Totapalli barrage, which was constructed in 1908, which is about 112 years old, and the Siddhapuram tank, which was constructed in 1919, which is about 101 years old. Sir, therefore, this dam safety bill is the need of the hour, and it has to be legislated immediately, sir. Sir, only thing, under this bill, dam owner should assume the responsibility and ensure that they do not suffer, these old dams should not suffer any breach or cause damage to the life and property, and proper monitoring mechanism is very much essential, sir. Sir, fixing the responsibility. And according to me, dam owners are responsible for safe construction, operation, maintenance, and supervision of the respective dam. There has to be, my suggestion in this regard would be, they must provide a dam safety unit for each dam, whether central government does it or respective dam owner does it, but what the need is, dam safety unit for each of the dam is very much required. Sir, National Dam Safety Authority is mandated to implement policies and guidelines of the National Committee, Dam Safety, resolving issues between two states. In fact, Alfonji has pointed out the issues between Tamil Nadu and Kerala and raised so many issues. And this particular authority is meant for, as mandated to resolve. Sir, I need at least 10 minutes more, sir.
No, you don't have 10 minutes, but I'm giving you 2 minutes. Please complete this.
And maintain the national database of the dams. And almost 92% of the dams that are located in India are interstate river water basins. Therefore, Therefore, role of resolving interstate issues is very much crucial for the country, sir. Sir, we all know how the lower riparian states are being subjected to harassment and denial of right share of water. Sir, in fact, in AP, insofar as AP is concerned, the upper riparian states have infringed the rights of AP, and AP did not get the water, even today, it does not get the water, fair share of water which Andhra Pradesh is entitled to. Sir, 65% of the Andhra Pradesh population, it is basically an agrarian state, are agriculturists, and they depend on the agriculture. This adjudicating mechanism is just, fair, and should be efficient so that justice is done to the people of the country and more particularly the farmers. Sir, I have some concerns which I would like to bring to the notice of the Honorable Minister, and I request the Honorable Minister to kindly pay the attention to this. Sir, amendment to the schedules. Sir, any amendment to the schedule according to this bill can be done by the central government without coming to this house. And they can issue a notification and then amend the schedule. What is there in the schedule? The functions of the authorities established under the bill are listed in the schedule of the bill. See, the point now for consideration is whether the central government is empowered to make the amendments for this, under this legislation by issuing a notification or not. This is the point, sir, which this question is whether the core functions of authorities, that to core functions should be amended, cannot be amended merely by issue notification, but only by coming to this house and seeking the approval of the house. Sir, there is no, sir. 3 more minutes. No definition of, sir, there are no speakers.
No.
So there is no point in denying me an opportunity.
Don't say that there are enough speakers.
Sir, you have given 2 hours for the bill.
Who is giving his maiden speech. Please conclude.
See, I am not supporting opposition. I am supporting them. You are denying the opportunity. What is it?
So please conclude now. Please conclude.
Sir, clause 6.3 of the bill.
Extend the time for the bill.
Yeah. See, though I am not supporting the opposition, he is coming to my rescue. My friend Jairam ji is coming to the rescue. Please allow me time.
See, I have extended time of every speaker. You had 3 minutes. You already have spoken 8 minutes, 7 minutes. So now you conclude. You conclude now.
Sir, clause 6, subclause 3 of the bill speaks about the stakeholders. Under clause 4, there is no definition for the stakeholders. What is this lacuna? See, the minute you use the word stakeholders, it has to be defined, and particularly under this bill, under clause 4, where all the definitions are there, it has to be defined under clause 4 of the bill, sir. Then National Committee on Dam Safety. Sir, this bill provides for appointment of total, in fact, Acharya ji also has pointed it out. This bill provides for appointment of just a total 7 members from 29 states on rotational basis, which is totally unjustified. And that too on rotational basis. I don't know for how long it will take for each state to get its representative on the board. It is totally unfair, unjust, and not tenable. Sir, this will make the state unrepresented, the states which are not do not have the representatives on the board.
Thank you.
Sir, this will hamper the interest of the states.
You made your point.
And one more important issue. One more important. Don't deny this opportunity. Okay. I'll have to criticize. I'll have to criticize the.
I cannot.
I'll have to criticize the treasury benches also. There is one more point.
I have given you extra time. I have expanded your time.
Now
I am giving you one more minute. Please conclude. Otherwise, I will call the next speaker.
Now I am coming to the treasury benches. I am coming to that. This is very important point. The injustice that has been done to Andhra Pradesh by the treasury benches has to be explained here, in this house. I am talking about the Polavaram project. Polavaram project, lastly, sir, this without delving on the details, I'm not delving on the details. I urge the government, particularly the Jal Shakti Minister, to approve the second revised cost estimates. Sir, I am asking the Minister, Minister, sir, this Technical Advisory Committee, Revised Cost Estimate Committee, both have approved the revised cost estimates. I really don't understand why the Honorable Minister is not in a position to approve the revised project cost for the last so many years. Sir, I request the government to grant the approvals of the project at the earliest and in the interest of the people of Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Thank you.
Sir,
Thank you.
and one more, final point, last point. The government of Andhra
How many
Pradesh,
last you have? Please,
last point.
please, please.
The government of Andhra Pradesh has submitted a proposal for rehabilitation of 31 dams. Rehabilitation of 31 dams such as Chitravati Balancing Reservoir, Gudlakamma Reservoir, Pampa Reservoir, Paderu Reservoir, Godavari Barrage, and Mid-Pennar Stage 1, Somsila, and Velugonda, Srisailam. All these projects for which
Thank
the
you.
estimates
Thank
have
you.
been submitted, and the estimates is about 776 crores under Dam Rehabilitation and Improvement Program. I request the Honorable Minister
Thank
to
you.
approve.
I'm
this.
calling the next speaker.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
He is making his. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now the Dr. V. Shivadas